Hello, my dear student. I am Rakesh Chaubey. Jai Hind you all from Sanpin Sun City. Now, my dear, today I am uploading the third lecture on our first chapter, which is going on physical world. This is the last lecture. We will complete the chapter today, and then from tomorrow I will start uploading the second chapter, that is measurement. So now, again, today's topic under physical world. Today's topic is laws of physics in nature. Today's topic is laws of physics in nature. And now, my dear, there are actually 4 or 5 laws which are very important laws, such as I will keep on doing that. The very first is law of charge, that is law of charges. Second is law of conservation of linear momentum. Third is law of conservation of angular momentum. Angular momentum. Fourth, you all fabulous with this law, that is law of conservation of energy. And fifth, the law which I supposed to discuss, which is based on Einstein's special theory of relativity. I'll repeat, this law which is based on Einstein's special theory of relativity, this law which is applicable in the process of atom bomb, in the process of nuclear bomb. This process is evolved, and the law is called law of mass energy. That is mass as well as energy. दोनों अंदर होगा, mass भी होगा, energy भी होगा. Law of mass energy equivalence. Equivalence. This law was given by Einstein equations. This law has to be given. That's a law of mass energy equivalence, which was given by Einstein's special theory of relativity with the formula E is equal to mc square. So, my dear, these are the 5 laws which are there in your syllabus to discuss. That is law of charges, law of conservation of linear momentum, law of conservation of angular momentum, law of conservation of energy, and law of mass energy equivalence. Now, my dear, here you all know that charges here is law of charges, law of conservation of angular momentum, conservation of energy, mass energy equivalence. I will discuss one by one this law. That will be end with our chapter. Now, it's my request, before I proceed to the laws to discuss, it's my request everybody take out your notebook, your pen, everything, write down this first, and then I will give you a knowledge about one by one about each laws. First, well, my dear, now let's begin with the law of charges. Now, law of charges giving us a 2 statement. I will write both the statement. First, I will write first statement, and then on the basis of that statement, I will create the one formula, one example, so that you all understood. Now, the first statement of the law of charges, the total charge of an isolated system. My dear, here I will give you the knowledge about isolated. You all know that nowadays we are going with the coronavirus. Every time on the news channel you all getting isolation. The patient kept in isolation. Isolation, that is nothing but separate. No other thing will be come inside that. That is called isolated. Isolated means one and only one, the separate, individual. Right. So here the total charge of an isolated system remain constant. Remain constant. This is the first statement under the law of charge. That is the total charge of an isolated system. But it is one and only one system. The system, if I suppose if I am standing here in front of you right now, this is marker, this is pen, and this is top of the pen. Right? If I close this, I will say this is one system. Now it become a system. So you can understand to whom we call a system. Even myself, I myself is a system. Am I clear? And I am a system, and around me there is a surrounding. So I can say myself, the system, that is me, right, in the surrounding. So I myself will be system, and around me there is a surrounding. So entire, and right now I can say I am an isolated system. Okay, so the total charge of an isolated system remain constant. Now what is the example for this? For example, my dear, look at it, one example I am giving to explain this. For example, I have taken, this is a body, say body, right, and this is another body, and here I have plus them. This is one body, this is another body, right, and when I add them, it become one system. Now this become one system, right? This is one system. And I wanted to, why I have added, it doesn't mean that drawing and adding is only one system. No, not necessary. Even if I draw only one circle here, that can, one body here, I can say this is one system. But my dear, since I added to this body, now I can say this is one system, combined system, you can say, a system. And it is isolated. So let me tell you, like this is body, and this is also, this is body 1, this is body 2. Okay. Now for example, assume that this body is charged body. Charged body. And let the charge on the body is Q. Charge denoted by Q. Let the charge on the body is Q. And this is uncharged body. Uncharged body. So what is the here statement? A charged body combined with uncharged body, or uncharged body combined with charged body, it make one system that is called isolated system. It make one isolated system. It does nothing doing with the any other thing which is coming in its vicinity. So this become one system. But here in making one system, what I did, I have taken one body which is charged and another body is uncharged. Now what will happen? It means that the charge of this is 0 because this is uncharged, and it possesses charge. Let that charge is Q. Let that charge is Q. You can take anything, but charge denoted by Q, I have taken, let escape as the charge is Q, and the charge over here is 0 because it is uncharged. Now when the system form, bache, when the system get formed, body 1, body 2, what happened? Let us try to understand how this statement is obeying over here. This body 1 will possess Q by 2 charge, and this body will also possess Q by 2 charge. So that if I add Q by 2 plus Q by 2, still I am getting Q. And here also I am getting Q plus 0 because this is uncharged, and the answer is this. So before and this is after. This is before, when it was combining. When I have combined an uncharged body with the charged body, what happened? The uncharged was having 0 charge, and charged body has Q charge. But when they combine, the total charge is still Q. Only what happened? They share the charges q by 2, q by 2. And hence they said the total charge of an isolated system before and after, this is before and this is after, remain constant. Before and after remain constant. So this is very important concept, my dear. I hope you understood. So what I did, the total charge of an isolated system before and after remain constant. The reason being is that, say initially I have taken a charged body, jiske paas charge is q. Say I have taken another body, uncharged body. I have combined them, I make them one system. Right? Now after making them as one system, this is uncharged, q is equal to 0. So what is the equation here? The charge is q, here the charge is 0, so it will be q plus 0. Q plus 0 is this. When they combine, what happened? The charge gets shared. That is a property of charge sharing. So charge gets shared equally, and that is q by 2, q by 2. Still if I added q by 2, q by 2, answer is q. So what is the meaning of this? That the total charge which was q before also it is q. And after also it is q. That is, it remain constant. This is the first point under the law of charge. Now the second point for the law of charge I'll explain. But before that, please you write down this fast. So in the previous example you observed that, my dear, that I have combined uncharged body and charged body and I made them one system. Right? And then I said the first statement, the total charge of an isolated system remain constant before as well as after. Before you can see the first was q, the another has the uncharged, it is charge is not there, so it is 0. So q plus 0, when I combine the total answer is q. So after that also reactant side mein, the resultant side mein, what we are getting, they share the charge q by 2, q by 2. Still if I add it, the answer is q. So this meaning that before is also the charge was q and after also the charge was q. And therefore the science said the total charge for an isolated system remain constant. Now let's go to the next statement of the law of charge. The next statement of the law of charge, it is very important because I got on my email, some of the student was saying that they were not understood the law of charges. Rest all they understood, some of them has given about law of angular momentum. So it's my request that law of charge and law of angular momentum, please take care through my video. Still if you are not getting, let me query with my email IDs, right? Now, what is law of charges? The second statement. The second statement for the law of charge is very important, my dear, and try to understand this statement. And everybody know, the charge can neither be created. The charges can neither be created nor destroyed. Everybody are familiar with this statement for law of conservation of energy, if you remember, my dear, because in law of conservation of energy also the same statement, energy can neither be created nor destroyed. And here also I am writing law of conservation of charges. This is not law of charges, actually it is law of conservation of charges. Because charges have a different property. If you will go for law of charge, it will have a additive charge property, it is quantized charge property. This is actually I am writing charge के पास में बहुत property है. Please student, charge के पास additive property है, charge के पास में quantized property है. उसी तरह चार्ज के पास कंजर्व्ड प्रॉपर्टी है. जितने भी लॉज विच आई एम डूइंग, विच आई एम राइटिंग ऑन द बोर्ड, 5 लॉज, ऑल आर कंजर्व लॉ. कंजर्व लॉ मतलब व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ कंजर्व लॉ? बिफोर एंड आफ्टर. That is before the reaction takes place and after the reaction takes place. The answer is same. I mean to say the input in physics language, the input and the output is remain same. That's called conserve. Left side, left in mathematics, left hand side is equal to right hand side. Then we say it is conserve. So understand this. This is not only law of charge, it is law of conservation of charges. Actually the name of this is. I have changed because the student should aware. Law of charges, when I say there are lot of charges laws. Additive charges, quantized charges. So please take it. So this is law of conservation charge ka second statement. The charges can neither be created nor destroyed it can be transferred, it can be transformed. You can say not form, transform. This is the here the little change from energy and in charges. In energy, energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It transforms from one form to another form. But in charges there is no form. Energy में form होता है. Sounds energy is converted into heat energy, get converted into light energy, and so on. Right? The forms are get transferred. Right? Right? But here there is no forms in the charges. Here the charges get transferred from one body to the another body. So don't write the charges का form change होता है. No. In charges there is no form. That language you will write in energy. So the charges can neither be created nor destroyed. This is same as the energy language. It can be transferred from one body to another body. And you have observed this in my previous example also. मेरे previous example में you observed this line. The earlier the body B was uncharged. The second body was uncharged. And the first body was charged. Right? What happened afterward? The uncharged body will become a charge by Q by 2. See the previous example. Right? It means the charge was transferred from the charged body to uncharged body. And the total amount of charge before and after was remain constant. Please. So the charge can neither be created nor destroyed, can be transferred from one body to another body. This is a statement I have written. Again I can write down the same formula, same method, that this is say a charge Q. This is charge body. This is say Q. And this is, or I will take another example. Here, same idea. This is a glass rod. And let this glass rod has two positive charge and two negative charge. Because why equal number of charge? Because glass rod is an atom. Let me first explain you one by one. Sir, glass rod एक atom है. Because glass rod consists of, na, because every matter is an atom. Na? So glass rod भी atom है. So to atom, all atoms are electrically neutral. Right? All atoms are electrically neutral. That is, what is the meaning of electrically neutral? That equal number of positive and negative charge. Okay. So for example, एक example ले रहा हूँ, नहीं कि दो ही charge होगा positive और दो charge negative होगा. That I am explaining you example. You count. It is mathematics, and you will observe this. So let this glass rod is 2E, that is plus 2E, that is 2 positive charge and 2 negative charge, minus 2E. And why equal number of charges I have drawn? Because atom is electrically neutral. जितना positive होना चाहिए उतना negative होना चाहिए. In first case, any atom के लिए. Okay. Now let's go to the next step. Now say it is, and here I have taken silk cloth. Okay. And let the silk cloth has 3 positive charge and 3 negative charge. Okay. You can see in my example 1, 2, 3, 3 positive charge, 1, 2, 3, 3 negative charge. Okay. Now my dear, so I have taken glass rod and I have taken silk. I rubbed this is rubbed glass rod with silk. So this is first glass rod, this is second silk cloth, right? Both are nothing but they are they are atoms, so they are electrically neutral. So I have taken positive 2 charge, negative 2 charge, positive 3 charge, negative 3 charge. That is my assumption. I can take positive 5 charge also, negative 5 charge. But जितना positive charge होगा उतना ही negative charge होगा किसी भी body में, right? This is one because atom is electrically neutral. And I rubbed the silk cloth. How many charge it has? Positive, 2 negative. How many this has? 3 positive, 3 negative. Okay, this is rubbing of glass rod with silk. This is glass rod. And this is the silk cloth. Okay. So this is the next step. Now third step is, look at it here. What happened? Look at it what happened after rubbing. My dear, glass rod acquired, please you remember this. This is important to understand this statement. Glass rod acquired positive charge. I have written plus positive VE. Positive charge after rubbing with silk. This is the statement you should aware. Okay, glass rod will acquire the positive charge after rubbing with silk. I hope it is clear. Please try to understand. Glass rod acquired a positive charge after rubbing with silk. If it is a plastic rod, if it is a ebonite rod, it acquired negative charge. This was you studied in class 7th or 8th also. Okay, if it is plastic or ebonite rod rubbed with wool or fur, it acquired negative charge. Rod acquired negative and wool and fur acquired positive. Here, the glass rod acquired positive charge after rubbing with silk. Now, for example, my dear, so what will be the diagram? Look at it. What will be the diagram for glass rod? So, this diagram, first and second diagram is for before rubbing. Diagram 1 and 2 is for before rubbing. This is when the rubbing is going on. That is rubbed. Right? And here now what happened, look at it. As I said, glass rod acquired positive charge. So for example, my dear, पहले से glass rod में how many positive charge was there? 2. For example, all these 3 positive charge came here from silk cloth. For example, all this positive charge, or you can say 2 positive charge, I said that transferred. Let 2 positive charge transferred in silk. Because I said glass rod acquired a positive charge. So from where it will acquired? Of course, na charge get transferred. It will acquired from silk only, na, after rubbing. So in glass rod, how many positive charge will become? 4. एक example दे रहा हूँ, try to understand. 4. And how many negative पहले से it has? 2. So here it is plus 4e, 4 positive, so plus 4e, comma, minus 2e. Plus 4e, comma, minus 2e. Now let's go for silk. This is your glass rod and this is silk cloth. I hope you are getting me. Okay. Now, silk cloth say how many charges transferred? 2 positive charge. In glass rod, how many charges transferred? 2 positive charge from silk cloth. So how many charge left in the silk cloth? Plus 1 and 3 minus. Because 2 charges is transferred in glass rod. So now here plus 1e, comma, minus 3e. Okay. Now look at the statement. How much total charge acquired by glass rod? total charge acquired by glass rod. How much is the total charge acquired by the glass rod? Is plus 4E minus 2E. So the answer is plus 2E. And it's right, the glass rod acquired positive charge. See, it is plus 2E. And how much the total charge acquired by silk cloth? Total charge acquired by silk cloth is plus 1E minus 3E. The answer is minus 2E. Minus 2E. You can see the answer is minus 2E. Minus 2E. That is 1E minus 3E. So total charge will be 1E minus 3E. Answer will be minus 2E. And here plus 4E. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. And this is minus 2E because minus 2 charges. So the total will be plus 2E. But story is not ended here. What is that story? The story is net charge. Net charge. Net means by both glass rod and silk. Now I will say both. Because glass rod के पास कितना है plus 2E charge है. Silk के पास कितना है minus 2E charge है. Look at it. You take any example, you will come to know my steps. You take another figure. You can take any charge. So here the net charge, I am writing that net charge, that is net charge acquired by both. By both means whom? Glass rod and silk cloth. Is equal to plus 2E, that is glass rod ka, and minus 2E silk cloth ka. So the answer is 0. So the net charge acquired by both, that is glass rod and silk, is 0. And see here also, that is before rubbing also, plus 2E minus 2E, the total charge acquired by glass rod is 0. The total charge acquired by silk cloth plus 3E minus 3E is also 0. So अपने भी पहले भी before rubbing also, the charges acquired by them was 0. किसी भी atom के लिए, because it is electrically neutral. Am I clear? So what is the statement will come from here? Try to understand and then I'll make a statement. The statement will be, example, when glass rod rubbed with silk cloth, glass rod, number one point, glass rod acquired positive charge. Positive, I am writing this plus, positive charge. Whereas silk cloth acquired equal negative charge. You can see here. How much glass rod acquired positive charge? Plus 2e. After transferring, मैंने बोला ना assume किया like plus 2 charge transferred here. So पहले से plus 2 was here, plus 2 is more transferred. Here it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, plus 4e. And minus charges is already there, that is 1 and 2. But यहां से दो चार्ज जब ट्रांसफर्ड हो गया रब करने के वजह से, रबिंग के वजह से हो रहा है. Why this charge is transferred from silk cloth? Because it is rubbing. And therefore there is a word rubbing, rubbed. If I have not rubbed it, no charge has transferred. Please, So charge get transferred because of rubbing, because of inducing. I am not going in detail of it now. But here just see that by rubbing the charge that transferred from silk to glass rod. How many charge transferred? 2 charge. So पहले से 2 था plus 2 यहाँ से गया तो 4 हो गया. 4 and इसका पास minus 2e था. 4 minus 2e answer is plus 2e. But in the case of silk cloth, what happened? It's simple, so mathematics. Please, you can do at your home with another number. But see to it that when you draw the glass rod, see that equal number of positive and equal number of negative charge should be there before. Why? Because any atom, because it is an atom. It is an atom. I myself is an atom. I am having an equal number of positive and equal number of negative charge. Everybody in the universe is an atom. All are atom. Every matter is an atom. Possesses equal number of positive and equal number of negative charge. My dear, unless and until they are going in some process. Right? So what I did, they are possessing equal number of positive negative charge. So itself, if I talk about this, the total charge for glass rod is 0. The total charge for silk cloth is also 0. But after rubbing, the charge acquired by glass rod is plus 2e. And the charge acquired by the silk cloth is minus 2e. But my dear, what is the miracle? So here I have written, when glass rod is rubbed with silk, glass rod acquired positive charge, whereas silk cloth acquired equal negative charge. You take this example with any number, definitely you will get this much statement. Equal negative charge. And the last statement for this is, the net charge acquired by both. अलग अलग नहीं, अलग अलग बात करोगे तो ग्लास रॉड के पास प्लस 2e है, सिल्क के पास माइनस 2e है. अलग अलग नहीं, बट अगर मैं फिर से इनको कंबाइन कर दिया, दैट इज व्हाट इज द स्टेटमेंट, द नेट चार्ज, दैट इज नेट मींस टोटल चार्ज अक्वायर्ड बाय बोथ मींस ग्लास रॉड एंड सिल्क बोथ, एंड नॉट इंडिविजुअली, ग्लास रॉड एंड सिल्क बोथ. Then what will happen? Plus 2e and this minus 2e. जब मैं उसको ऐड करूंगा तो आंसर will be 0. So here is the last statement, that when glass rod rubbed with silk, the glass rod acquired positive charge, silk cloth acquired equal negative charge, and the net or total charge for glass rod and silk, I said and, this and is very important. For glass rod and silk, मतलब मैंने combine किया, is 0, which is before rubbing. ये 0 होता है जो which is before rubbing, मतलब rubbing, before rubbing also the individual charge of each body was 0. तो मैं इसको यहां पे भी ऐड करता हूं तो भी आंसर will be 0. You can see plus 2e plus 3e plus 5e minus 2e minus 3e minus 5e plus 5e minus 5e, answer will be 0. So ultimately the जो which is before rubbing वही आंसर मेरे को after rubbing भी मिला, and then I can say this law is conserved. So I hope, my dear, you understood. Now at the home you can take any example. Take here 3 charges in glass rod. Take 3 charges negative in the glass rod, because if I draw 3 positive charge, I need to draw 3 negative. Take here 5 positive charge, 5 negative charge. Take your assumption, rub them and take the assumption that 3 charges are transferred. So if 3 is transferred, पहले से यहाँ पे 3 लिया था शायद, 3 और 3 कितना हो गया? 6 एंड ये 3 है, तो 6 minus 3 आंसर विल बी 3e आएगा. अच्छा, यहाँ पे कितना लिया था? 5 लिया था शायद, 5 में से कितना ट्रांसमिट किया? 3. तो 2 चार्जेस ऑफ पॉजिटिव बचा एंड 3 चार्जेस ऑफ नेगेटिव बचा. प्लीज डू इट योरसेल्फ. यू विल कम टू नो व्हाट इज द आंसर. प्लीज, I hope it is clear. So everybody do it at your home, and if you wish I will give you one more example so that you will understand. Please write down.